Can too much money in the bank be a problem? Darling, it's like having too many diamonds. No one ever complains, but it can put you in tricky situations. Have you ever seen a shark swimming with sardines? Exactly. A hefty bank balance can attract predators. And I'm not just talking about ex-husbands and tax inspectors. I'm Duchess Dollars, the woman who was born to be rich but had to build her own fortune because, unfortunately, I wasn't adopted by an Arab billionaire. Today, Mr. Millionaire funds my Birkin, but even I know that idle money is wasted money. You need to make your money work as hard as those influencers selling passive income courses, yet somehow always doing sponsorships to pay rent. Having an emergency fund is essential, obviously, but keeping too much money sitting in the bank is like collecting fake designer bags. It may seem safe, but in the long run, you lose value. Do you think Elon Musk lets billions sit in a checking account? No, darling. He makes his money work harder than celebrity gossip. But on the other hand, you also can't be reckless and invest everything. Remember Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street? Too much money in the wrong hands turns into chaos. Balance is key, just like knowing the difference between a Carolina Herrera dress and a Shein knockoff. Having too little money in the bank can leave you vulnerable, but too much can make you the favorite target of the government, scammers, and even that cousin who only shows up when she needs to pay a bill. So how much should you keep in your account? That's the million-dollar question. And the answer, my dear, depends on your lifestyle, financial vision, and of course, your ability to say no to emotional loan requests. But don't worry, I'll break it all down for you. And before we continue, do what every smart woman does. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and hit the like button. Because, darling, if you still don't understand that financial knowledge is an investment, maybe it's time to rethink your priorities and your friendships. My dear, let's talk about money sitting in the bank. It's as dull as a fake Prada bag. Did you know that in the United States, most families have only about $8,329 in their checking and savings accounts? That's less than a third of the $33,000 recommended to cover 6 months of essential expenses. Having an emergency fund is as necessary as a little black dress in your wardrobe. But just like you don't wear the same dress every day, keeping too much money idle can be a waste. After all, money sitting in traditional savings accounts earns less than vintage wallpaper. To make your money work as hard as you do, consider investment options with liquidity and security. Treasury bonds, daily liquidity CDBs, and DI funds are alternatives that combine profitability with quick access to your funds. Remember, darling, balance is the way to go. Keeping a reserve that covers 3 to 6 months of expenses is wise. Anything beyond that, and you might be missing out on investment opportunities that could grow your wealth. Just like it doesn't make sense to have a closet full of clothes you never wear, don't let your money collect dust in the bank. Make smart choices, invest wisely, and let your wealth flourish as beautifully as your shoe collection. Maintaining a financial reserve is wise, but keeping an excessive amount in your checking account can be harmful. Experts suggest maintaining enough to cover 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. For example, if your monthly expenses are $5,000, a reserve between $15,000 and $30,000 would be appropriate. Any amount beyond that could be better utilized in investments that yield returns higher than inflation. It's understandable that keeping a larger sum in your checking account provides a sense of security. However, this habit can lead to a loss of purchasing power due to inflation. On the other hand, investing all your excess funds without an adequate reserve could leave you vulnerable to unexpected expenses. So, how do you balance security and profitability? The key lies in strategically allocating your resources. Keep enough in your checking account to cover your monthly expenses and a cushion for immediate emergencies. The rest can be directed toward low-risk, high-liquidity investments, such as payment accounts that offer daily returns. For instance, Cofrinho PagBank allows you to schedule automatic transfers and offers daily earnings, making it easier to build an emergency fund. To help you manage and plan your finances, several apps can be useful. Mobiles, for example, is a financial manager that lets you categorize expenses, set goals, and track your spending efficiently. Another great option is Organize, which offers similar features with a user-friendly interface. Just as it doesn't make sense to keep clothes you never wear, letting money sit idle in your checking account can be a waste. Assess your needs, establish a proper reserve, and make your money work for you. After all, smart financial management is the best accessory for a secure and fulfilling life. Now that you know how to balance the ideal amount in your bank account, a new question arises. If money shouldn't just sit there, where should you put it to generate effortless income? After all, no one wants to lose money to inflation, but we also don't want to take unnecessary risks. And this is where one of the secrets of true financial independence comes in. Earning money without having to work for it. Sounds like a distant dream? It's not. The way you structure your investments can make all the difference between constantly worrying about money and having an income that grows while you sleep. Or, in our case, while enjoying a royal-worthy afternoon tea. Have you ever heard of dividends? They're essentially payments made by companies to their shareholders. But not every investment guarantees good passive income, and that's where many women go wrong, thinking investing is just throwing money into random stocks and hoping for the best. No, darling, elegance applies to the world of investing too. It takes strategy, vision, and of course, a touch of class to choose the best options. If you want to understand how dividends can transform your relationship with money and allow you to live off your investments, you need to watch the video, Dividends for Beginners, How to Get Rich Without Working, 2025. Ready to learn how your money can work harder than certain lazy ex-boyfriends? The link is on the screen. Now tell me, what was the most useful part of this video for you? I want to see idle money is lost money in the comments. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, because an elegant woman knows that knowledge is power, and power, my dear, is extremely profitable. And before you go, check out the first pinned comment. I've left links to products that will elevate your wardrobe and transform your presence. After all, your bank account isn't the only thing that deserves an upgrade.